very much in favor of the counting of points.
Does it work for you? No.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to The Run Through, the figure skating podcast where we will run through all the things that made us kiss and made us cry. I am one of your hosts, Ashley Wagner.
I'm one of your other hosts, Adam Rippon, and with us, as always, fan favorite and still not Olympic champion, Sarah Hughes.
Still haven't won anything.
1 week since our last episode to acquire an Olympic title, and
and yet again, you're falling
yet
short.
again, you failed.
And I still
like
haven't won
both
anything.
Adam and I.
Except I did win the fantasy league this week. So
we
whatever.
have things to talk about because I don't have points in an event right now.
well,
No, you don't. Actually, you
the
don't.
Ashley Wagner jinx is alive and well.
I know.
Oh,
I don't
it's
think
well.
that's fair.
And that actually leads me to a story that I want to tell you guys.
Okay.
We're starting off with the tail.
Yeah.
We're going right into story, which is really exciting.
It's a really important story.
Most of this podcast is not fact. It's just a
Fiction.
It's limerick.
This morning, I was just having coffee on my porch, having a nice morning.
Oh my god, we
And I
haven't
got a
talked today.
DM.
How is there already a story?
I got an Instagram DM
Okay.
from someone.
Okay.
And it says, although I won't be listening to the draft picks because I'm competing in Finland, I don't want the Ashley jinx. Please and thank you.
Who do I need to not pick?
Wait.
It's the mascot of my team, the Glenheads. Amber Glenn
Oh,
Amber
has
Glenn.
requested that
To be
Ashley
left
not
off of
pick her
Team
for
Wagner.
oh, sweet, sweet, sweet baby girl. I promise you, I won't pick you. And DM me who you do want me to pick. Love ya.
Oh, wow.
Anything you're doing.
I really appreciate that Amber is like, she wants to succeed. And she's like,
Yeah.
I'm going to cover every possible base that could
Yeah.
get in the way.
Including witchcraft.
Oh, yeah. And the bases
Including
start...
the Ashley Wagner jinx.
You know,
Yes,
I
the
didn't
bases start
realize-
at Ashley.
So
Okay,
I
here's the
said,
thing.
Adam and
It's-
I will take care of you.
Oh my god. Okay, I also have a story. So my powers, I've known about these powers for a while. It's not just the draft. Historically, any
The texts
Any-
say...
sports team that I have ever started cheering for, aka whatever guy I was dating, and then I was like, I'm a fan of this team now, had a horrifically bad season.
That
Look at the
checks out.
Patriots.
Look at the
when did
Patriots.
Look at
That's
they're
what I
in
was going to
last
say.
Place.
Look at them.
They're in last place right now. You know why?
Because
because
you're
you
there.
said,
of me.
I believe in them.
I just didn't realize though that I didn't want my powers to extend to like potential injury with Ellie and Danny. So,
yeah, I don't know the official reason for that.
I don't know what it
withdrawal.
is either.
But yeah,
But,
potential injury seems like a fair way to phrase it.
Right.
I'm not
And there's
trying to
not
use my
an-
powers in that way.
There's not a news report this week because I didn't do it. And I am the reporter. I am the corresponder. I am that.
No, but I
am
think it's
television.
good that there's
That
not
girl.
a news report every week because, we don't want people to get too comfortable. Breaking news is rare,
It has to be breaking.
This isn't CNN. We're not sending you a push notification every 2 minutes, okay?
Oh my
No,
God.
this
We're
this
not
is
doing that.
absolute. This is definitely not CNN, but this is this is
Definitely not CNN.
It's close.
The
but,
run through, definitely not CNN.
definitely still not CNN.
episode title right there.
Episode 20, not CNN.
Not CNN. So if you are curious of the draft results, I will let you in. So
I'll take an update.
all right, that's enough out of you.
Yeah.
Team Sarah does make a miraculous comeback. 52 points. This is the highest point total all season so far. Congratulations,
Ever
Sarah.
recorded.
Ever
in
recorded.
history.
A new world record.
Team Adam, right in the middle of the pack again. You know, I'm doing my best. 49 points.
Steady Eddie.
Right.
Just...
Who wasn't steady? Team Ashley.
Okay.
There were ups and there were downs, and Ashley somehow found a way to choose,
as she always does,
and she always will, to get 0 points in pairs this week.
You both are fake as fuck. Because I got
What?
a text message. Yes, I'm letting the people know right now. Sarah, don't you dare edit this out. I got a text message
Don't edit this out.
from Adam.
roll back the tape.
Mhm.
So really it's just Adam, but I seem to be feeling like you guys are agreeing on this. Adam was like,
I haven't
well,
even
your
heard what it
team-
is.
It was in the group chat,
Yes.
and Adam said, we're going to have to figure out what to do about the withdrawal of your team. And right now, I don't really feel like there's a lot of figuring out. I feel like I'm in last place, and I'm being told that this is how it's going to go.
Well, you are
let's
being
talk about
told.
it. This is what we wanted to talk about. Do you deserve 1 point for your withdrawn team, or do you deserve 0
Minus
points for your
5
withdrawn
points.
team? I wouldn't
Right.
say -5. 0
Well,
is fine.
You should take the. You should That's
I
the
can't believe
gavel.
you're calling us
you should
fake.
take the stand.
Over
Fake.
1 point.
Ass friends.
Wait, okay, no. Wait. This I've done the math, and the math was this. So because there were 8 teams, right? Because there's 8 teams.
This point would not have saved you, by the way.
Well, and it's irrelevant because once there's a
Erroneous.
withdrawal, there's only 7. So Ashley getting 0 is the same as Sarah winning and getting 7 points instead of 8.
Yeah, but that's just
And
Right.
it's really kind of
It
fun
would
to see a
shift us
dash
all
on
up one.
Ashley's sheet.
It would shift us all up 1 or down 1.
Right.
You know what?
What, Ashley?
In the spirit of Christmas,
of Halloween.
of Thanksgiving,
In the spirit of the Day of the Dead. Go on.
I'll take the dashes. I think
it's cooler.
it is cooler because I have not only gotten the first last place, but now I also have the first total dash.
You have the first mid-event withdrawal.
Yeah.
And it's a shame because I was watching them in practice, and honestly, I think they look really good.
Oh, they're good.
Yeah,
They're
they're
good.
good. Yeah, I hope
Yeah.
everything's
That's why I
okay.
picked
I want them to
them.
come
Me
back
too.
and be like really strong.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, and I
too.
actually really like their short program. It just like didn't go their way, but I think that's going to be a really nice program when it's
Yeah.
clean.
Me too.
Yeah.
And I got a lot of messages asking about an update on them, and we don't have that information, but next week, if we do gain insight,
This isn't CNN.
No, this
Th-
isn't CNN.
Look.
Look for CNN.
We'll give you information if we have it, but we're here to chit chat, okay?
And the information we do have is the total after 3 events. And I'd like
my
to announce
God.
that because Team Adam is still leading at 144 points. Team Sarah close
Wow,
behind.
that's a perfect
141.
square number.
I am a perfect square number. I am perfect.
Yeah.
And Team Ashley lagging a bit at 124.
That could be
So
worse.
Could be
you're
better.
right, it could be worse. It could be better.
It could be better.
I'm not surprised. I'm doing this for fun. You guys are doing this for competition.
Now that's what she's doing this for. She
Not
was
last week when
competing
she
3
won.
weeks ago. Yeah.
Am I this person in like any board
Yes.
game once I'm too far behind? Yes. Then all of a sudden
let-
I'm like, I've never
wait,
taken this seriously.
Let's not forget when we did trivia and it was, are we on a team together or are we competing? And Ashley threw us on a team together anytime she didn't know the answer and I did. She's like, that's our answer.
A team player when it's convenient.
And then when she knew the answer, she'd be like, Michelle Kwan won 15 Olympic medals.
And you know what? She deserved every single one of them.
Yes, she did. I remember that 15th world title that she won.
I know.
What a skate that was. And
Yeah,
Michelle Kwan,
truly.
15 times.
Representing
the world
Belize.
At
that point, it was so late.
The French Grand Prix.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's get right into the French Grand Prix. And the first thing I want to say is congratulations to Isabeau Levito, the first U.S. lady to win a Grand Prix since the run-through's very own Ashley
God.
Wagner.
Hell yeah. Hell
It's true.
yeah.
What was it? Like 2016 Skate America or something like that.
I'm not sure what it was, but it was
No-
7 years ago. And this actually, I want to
Wow.
tell a story now. It's quick.
Okay.
And it has to do with the Grand Prix in France. So there was a year, I don't remember what it was, but but Ashley and I were at the Grand Prix in France together. Lucky us.
Yep.
And I remember Ashley, I think it was, I don't know what it was. It was either the short or the long. I think it was the long. And you skated well. Yeah, like it was a good skate. Wasn't perfect, but it was good.
Yeah.
And you came up after everything was all done. And I was like, Ashley, that was good. And you went, oh my God. I was so nervous. And I was like, oh, it didn't show. No. I was so nervous because I was cramping from the pork chop I ate right before I competed. Like she was at a Renaissance fair eating a pork chop. And I was
Right
like,
before?
You ate a pork
Listen.
chop before the long program?
Whenever
This
I
is
went
true.
to the
She looked at me straight face, and the reaction Ashley wanted was, oh my God, that's so scary. But the reaction I gave her was, it's so scary, you ate a pork chop.
Listen, whenever I went to the French Grand Prix, I was absolutely feral at these events. My pre-competition, pre-practice meal, especially when the French Grand Prix was held
a
in
pork chop.
Paris, across the street, there was a bakery, and the bakery had those sandwiches that are like the length of your body, and it's like butter slices, and then like meat, and
Mhm.
another butter slice, and then some cheese. And I would eat that entire sandwich.
But you got the pork chop one?
I wanted some extra protein.
And I remember when you came up to me, you were still holding your stomach because you still had a cramp.
Yeah. Yeah. You know,
Well, that's...
that's...
Congratulations, Isabeau.
Congrats, Isabel. I hope you had a pork chop. Why don't we, since we're talking about the women already, let's get right into it, because I want to leave the best event for last, and that would hands
be the
down be the men. Feedback that we got is to refer to people by name a bit more, so we're going to do our best. So let's start with Isabeau. Definitely showed her schedule, I think, in that free skate. Like, you really just saw the tight turnaround. I don't really think that all
I was
that
thinking
much...
that too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
I
thinking
don't
she
have
just
much
seemed
to
tired.
say.
Yeah.
She just seemed,
She seemed
tired.
Yep. Yeah. I mean,
Um,
obviously the like final straw being the falling out of the spin at the end, but like you could see the tiredness starting like
Yeah.
5 elements before that.
Yes.
Yeah. And
So
And it was just like slowly, just the foot was coming off the gas, and it just,
Yep.
ended with that spin. Will say,
Yeah.
did love her dramatic reaction to
Yeah.
falling on that spin.
yeah,
mean,
she was not pleased about that.
I don't know if she's ever fallen on a spin in her life. She looked like she didn't know she was capable of such an accomplishment.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And now she knows.
She skated well, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was like a
she just
strong
ran out of
competition.
steam. It
She
seemed
did.
like at the beginning of the program, I felt like, oh, it kind of looks like maybe they're working on the speed into the jumps.
I thought it looked better. I
felt
really did.
the same. I felt
Obviously,
Yeah.
that
the
fell
same.
off at the end when she was just tired. But at the
Yeah.
beginning of the program, of the free skate in particular, I was like, oh, it looks like they're working on that.
I do think that this season she's better speed-wise and entry-wise than like we've seen her in the past. But like I want her to skate with reckless abandon, and she's too
it's very careful.
perfect and calculated in her movement.
I
And
think
that's
the
where it gets a little
material
stale.
has reached a plateau. The material
She
has
needs
reached a
something-
plateau.
Well,
It's,
you know what?
it's a
I'm
little,
gonna
It's just in the lane that she's in, and she's good at this lane.
Yeah.
But these middle of the quad seasons are the time when let's try
play.
something. Let's show everyone that we can do this other thing and this other thing, so that then when you get to Olympic season and you come back to your sweet spot, everybody can appreciate it a lot
Mhm.
because you weren't doing it for 4 years. So
Yeah,
maybe
and I don't
she
think
will
that's her
switch it
plan.
up next season, and I don't know. But
Right.
I think she should. I think
you know-
because that runs the risk of a plateau to me.
Yeah.
I think she has to hire a choreographer out of house.
I really like this short program though. Actually, the more I watch it,
I think it's good.
I like it. And I think
Well, the short program, and that's the thing, the short program on its own is good. Combined with the free skate, it's just two programs that are kind of in the same vein as she's done before.
The short program is not that far off from what we've seen her do. It's a very safe way to do something new.
What I'm saying is if she just had the one program that was in this sort of lane, I think that would be fine. But since it's both, you're sort of at the, I don't know, the plateau point, I think, hits me more on the material,
Yeah.
like, than anything.
So then what would you want to see her do? If we're going to say she needs to do something different, what do we feel like she needs?
honestly, I think that she needs to
Lyrics.
Yeah, she needs some
Lyrics would be
lyrics
great.
in English.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Can we
I
get
think
some
like something
English?
modern.
For
like
me.
something modern. Like
Yeah.
try something modern, and that doesn't need to be a song from 2022. I mean, like even like something 80s, something, I don't know, just like
Or just something that she likes as a person, so that like it comes across more of like who she is, because she's super cute in all of these like interviews and everything.
Yeah.
And her
I
personality
know.
comes across so like vividly that I wish that there was a
You could
little bit
see
more of
that.
that in what she was doing, that like whatever it is that she likes, whether how weird or contemporary or mainstream that might be, I would love to see something that I feel like she loves this song. She's always wanted
Yeah.
to skate to this song.
I completely agree. The second that she finishes her programs and you see her either smile or celebrate or like act human, I'm like, oh my God, there is someone in there. I just wish that I felt that connection with her when she was skating. When she skates, I don't feel that connection. And she is so, her
well, I think
personality
she's such a
radiates.
perfectionist that
Yes.
when
Yeah.
she's skating, she has trouble projecting the personality
Yep.
because she wants to just not mess anything up. And so the
Yeah.
focus, like, hopefully that will come with time, that she can stay focused and still like perform. I actually think
Yeah.
I think she said that this Swan program is something she did always want to do.
But that makes sense.
I think it's just like, yeah, sure. And I think that's great. It's just, I would love to see her branch out a little bit next season. I'll leave it at that.
Think of her skating to like a Stairway to Heaven or something, even where like it's not like dramatically faster than the pace of what she's been skating
I'm
to.
even imagining like
but
a
it just,
Celine
like-
Dion, or like something where it's just there's a little bit
or like a
different
No
character
Makita
to
Pa
it.
or something like
Which
where
is
they're.
like
I
the
know they want
storyline
English,
feels like
but-
more mature. Like it feels
Mhm.
more like,
Mhm.
and she's still like very young, but like something that feels like that she's relating more to her
Yeah.
story, rather than just like, I am very pretty and I am very beautiful when I skate.
Yeah, because her skating is pretty. It's beautiful,
It
and
is.
I do see
Mm.
some speed increasing. I
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
think
the
it's that
speed
she's
has always been
plateauing
there
at all.
between elements.
But now
Yeah.
it's like starting to kind of get closer to the elements than
Mhm.
before. So,
Yeah.
why don't we move on to the Japanese skater with the quad toe,
Rion. That's my
Yeah.
girl. And you know what?
Yeah.
I want to just say something really important. That when I drafted Rion, I was excited. And when I saw that she opened her short program by falling on a double axel, I did get scared. But then when she
I
did
think
land
she
a
was also
quadruple
scared.
toe loop, she
Yeah.
went from falling on a double axel one day to landing a quadruple toe loop in competition for the first time the next day. And if that's not a fairy tale story for my fantasy team, I really don't know what is. And if that doesn't inspire you, because it inspired me, because I went, that was double axel? I thought she fell on a triple axel. It was a double axel. And then she did a perfect quadruple toe loop. And I went, yeah, you're better than me. And that's okay.
Yeah.
My girl.
It's okay to be better than me as long as you're on my team.
Yeah, she is. What's interesting about her is she is. I still think the movement and the choreography is a little juniorish, but she projects like crazy. Like
Yeah,
she's
Yes.
so emotive and expressive, which I feel like is something that you usually don't see with someone who's still kind of on their way out of juniors, even though she's been out of juniors. But like, you know what I'm saying?
She is going to be so
I think
scary.
she's like this close, like on the precipice of
Yes.
leaving the junior stuff behind, and then
Yeah.
she is gonna be scary.
She's going to be
and
so
not just
scary.
because she's falling on double axles.
No, because she's landing quadruple
'Cause
toe loop.
Senior
Uh-huh.
women do that as well.
Oh, the senior women
That-
love to fall in a double. If you watch the
love-
U.S. Championships, the hardest jumps are triple triples and double axles.
Absolutely. Amen.
That's true at Russian nationals too.
Well,
It's
True at Terry's rink. Those girls can't do axles.
No, but they can
Oh.
do drugs.
ah,
That was always the craziest
speaking-
thing, watching like Medvedeva do these like insane programs with all these triples, and then at the very end she would like do this crazy double axel.
Oh,
that
yeah,
made
like-
no sense.
listen, you can't have it all in this world.
No, and
So-
they didn't.
And they don't. Yeah.
And they don't. But you know who did? Adam Siohimfa. And we'll get back to him. I'm just really excited because he won.
Wait, can we talk about Wakaba really quickly?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
she
wanna
was
talk-
great.
She
was okay.
Okay. Yep.
Well, she
I
was
think
great
that's
considering we haven't seen her. I was not expecting her to be in the shape that she was in. Is what I'm saying. I was expecting more of like I'm getting, back into the competition grind.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like, it just looked like an early season skate. There's a lot
Yeah.
of work to do, but like I was relieved to see where she is now.
I think because she's like coming back to shape, though, she feels behind where she was in terms of choreography
Totally.
and the way she
Yes.
moves her body,
Mhm.
because she's like working harder to like make sure she's doing the elements right now.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to her just progressing a little bit further to be like back to the girl we used to know. Speaking of shape, by the way, I think that like Lee Hae-in is gonna somehow win Worlds because she's the only girl out here who's in normal early season shape.
Yeah, I'm so concerned about this season.
No,
Like everyone is in World's condition
it's too
right
early.
now,
She's
and I'm
gonna
like,
end up peaking and
they're
beating them
peaking,
all.
like,
yeah,
right now, and
Yeah.
Hae-in is like, no,
yeah.
no.
Hae-in is like, I'm not doing that.
I don't need to get on a podium right now.
Kind of like Gubanova with her tech content. She's like, I'm not really gonna do that. But
Okay,
she's
I'm not
I'm
really gonna do
confused.
tech.
I'm confused about the people who are like, I'm confused about Gubanova's scores. Like,
what do you mean?
what are you confused about? Her
Well-
long program was like,
Yeah.
listen, I can say this because I have skated that long program. It was mediocre, and she scored where she should have
I
scored
think
because
the
she didn't do
program
that
is
much.
the program was fine. I
It's
actually
fine.
don't mind it on her. I think it suits her. But I I was like at first kind of the same as them, where I was like, why is it so low? Because
yeah,
if
but
you
then
just
you go
watch
and look
it,
at what she actually did, and you're
I
like,
know. But if you're
okay.
just watching the skates in order and you're kind of
Yeah.
like tuned out of like counting how many triples each person did and who did like 2 Lutzes versus 2 Salchows or whatever. Like, you lose track of that. So just watching her in the sequence of all the girls, I was sort of like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And then I looked at the protocol and I was like, oh, yeah, this is like not as hard of a program as the other.
No, and that's all it was. Like, I'm not worried about her at all, because what she did is what she got scored for. I don't think that she got like ridiculously underscored. I do just want to shout out, she wore this like maroon bodysuit.
One of the bodysuit done right.
Done right. Look it up, learn it, love it,
memorize
learn it, study it, draw it.
She's just like so stunning, and then she comes out in this bodysuit, and I'm like, yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's a good. It's a
so
great.
good.
Sometimes
I like her
can be hit or
versatile
miss.
packaging. Versatile packaging between those 2 programs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
she
cute.
also knows how to do an elegant bun that doesn't look like it can withstand G-forces, and yet it does.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
It's like, it's soft. She's using absolutely soft hold hairspray.
Speaking of G-forces, should we
Yes.
talk about pairs? Let's just go through pairs really quick.
I don't have much to say because my team didn't compete.
Well, we did talk a little about Danny and Ellie's program, so we talked about them a little bit. I really like Nicolo and Sarah.
I do too. They're just
I think
so
they're getting
so
better.
nice. They're so nice to watch. I feel
Yeah,
like,
they're really nice to watch.
and regardless of mistakes, it's always, I don't feel worried. I feel like
They're just enjoyable.
Yeah,
They
they're
have like this kind of
enjoyable.
smooth quality, like, and also it's just so crazy to me. I know that teams do this all the time, but like that they broke up off the ice earlier this year and they're doing such a romantic short program in particular. Like, I'm just like,
that's
good
Italian.
Good for y'all. Yeah.
That's being Italian.
That's amore.
That's amore. And that somehow makes it more passionate, is because they
Oh, because it's no longer love, it's hate.
it's forbidden lust.
Yeah.
This is a program about forbidden lust.
No, I like them because also they're like proportions. There's not a huge height difference. And I feel like if this was Ashley and Tim, we would hear about their height difference a million times over. But like, I like when it's not like a teeny girl and a huge guy. I like when it looks like 2 adults on the ice. I feel like it makes like a love story that much more believable.
Yeah, there's like a
I buy
happy
into
medium.
it.
There's a happy
I like
medium.
it.
Yeah.
I think they look great together.
Yeah.
So good job, guys.
Good for Leah and Trent, who obviously won this event because they skated really confidently.
I'm really impressed.
And she
by
hasn't been
her.
doing.
I
know
felt
she
like
hasn't been
they
doing
really
pairs for
went
that
out
long.
and were attacking their programs more than the others were. So
yeah,
well deserved.
they were like, we're here to win a medal, and if we can get onto the top of the podium, let's go. And they skated like it.
Yeah, and Trinidad
Trinidad
is wearing, what would you call the sleeves in the Gladiator program? How would you describe those sleeves? Cap sleeves.
That's a cap
Like,
sleeve.
That is a cap sleeve.
I don't
my
know
sleeves.
about that. I don't know about the cap sleeve.
It's supposed to be like
I know what it's
armor.
supposed to be. Yeah.
I just
cap.
didn't realize that armor protected the tops of your shoulders so effectively.
Armor protects every soldier that competes at the Grand Prix in France.
The French Grand Prix is like my favorite to watch in some ways. I would say like NHK broadcasting is really fun to watch too, but the host broadcasting from France is so deranged. Like they do the craziest replays.
The shots that they do are
craziest
insane.
Mid-element dissolves.
Oh, it's crazy.
In the middle of the skate, they just dissolve to a new camera. The replays, half the replays are just a close-up on a hand.
Oh my god. So
A
I have
bloody
a
hand.
story. I have a story. Well, it just made me think because I wrote down in my notes, these shots are insane.
Yeah.
Because the Italian pair team, their opening position, it is literally just her eyes. And I was like, oh my god, her eyes are stunning. But this takes me back to like one of my first events that I was commentating. And Sarah, you were like, you prepped me because I had no idea what French replays looked like. And we're supposed to like talk over the replays. And you were like, just so you know, they're going to do some crazy shit.
Yep.
And they're not going to actually show you any element to call. And so you're just going to talk.
I think
and
they've
do
improved
the
that
best you
a
can.
little bit since you did that, because I think some of the other countries basically complained and were like, you have to show us real elements in the replays.
Right. Not like a slow-mo landing blade edge.
Yes, they would
I
just
want to
like
see less elements. It's
and
ni-
more
it's a
hand
palate
gestures.
it's a palate cleanser.
It's
I
art.
just watched all the elements. Why do I need to watch them again? Let me watch something else, but in slow motion and from above. I think that would be a nice change.
From the camera angle of Le Pigeon Bercy.
You know,
and
this-
it's just flying across.
A
pigeon.
GoPro on the pigeon.
Oh my god!
famous
Give the pigeon a GoPro.
There is a famous French pigeon from the Grand Prix when it was in Paris, and this pigeon was at every Grand Prix. It lived in the rink, and it would. There were a couple of slow-mo shots where you can see this pigeon flying like at skater level.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, there was this one. I think it was like 2015 or 2016, where what was her name? Leonova. Do you remember her?
Mhm,
Iona
Yes.
Leonova was skating.
Of course, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Obviously, and so she was skating there,
Jack
and there
Sparrow.
was a replay that they had where she was kind of in slow motion going from the left to the right of the screen, and right in front of her next to her flying was the
It's
pigeon
the
in
goddamn
slow
bird.
motion. It was incredible. I need to find
I
that
hate
clip.
pigeons so much. If I saw a pigeon mid-ice,
You'd get off.
I'd get off.
Wait,
But you
yesterday
know what-
I was at LaGuardia Airport in New York, and I
Famous
sat down.
pigeon hideout.
I sat down at my gate and I was doing some work on my computer, and not a pigeon, but like a small little sparrow came
Yeah.
and just like perched next to me on the seat
No.
next to me.
Absolutely not.
And I was like, what is that bird doing in here? Does everyone else see it?
Yeah.
Or were you having like a vision?
Yeah, I was like, is something going on? Like, what's going on?
Spirits.
Other people did see it, and I was sort of in a situation where I was like, I'm going to be embarrassed if I stand up to walk away from the sparrow. So I'm
You
going to
kidding me?
sit here next to it.
What?
No, I'd
And I
rather be
just-
embarrassed than be
No.
next
I
to a
just
sparrow.
I just
I would-
sat on my computer working, and the sparrow just peacefully sat there next to me.
Which is like what it would do.
It sounds
But
idyllic.
In
It
my
was
mind,
terrifying.
it's gonna like land in my hair.
Yeah.
It did
And
not
start
do that.
pecking.
I think we had an understanding.
Well, that's
You will
good. I'm
sit
happy
here
for
and
you.
I will sit here.
Yeah.
That was the
Similar to
understanding.
Leonova's understanding with the Bercy pig.
Okay.
Pigeon.
Speaking of things
The
that I
pig,
don't
the
understand,
famous pig that lives in the arena.
Let's
and it's
let's
just
move
me
on
in
to
a mask.
dance. Let's move on to dance.
Okay, wait. Now that we're on dance and we're also talking about camera angles, I have a huge everybody. Okay, this is okay. Everybody gets a pass this year. Okay, the programs are choreographed. They're done. We're competing them. Great. This is the last year that we're going up to the wall and we're going right in the face of the camera. I don't like it. I do
Wait,
not
this,
like touching.
this is a dance element, though.
Don't like. Then get rid of it.
Well, are you talking about just the
There's a-
character step that they normally do?
That's what
from
he's
back
talking
to front
about.
towards
People
the judges.
Have
Yeah, that's what he's
hand
talking
on
about.
the barrier. I don't
He doesn't like people touching the wall.
know.
I don't either.
And everybody's, and you know what? I get it.
And by the
But
way, they
everybody's
no longer
up
have
close.
to. They no longer have to do that character step on the horizontal like length of the rink. They used to have to. That was a requirement that you did it on that side, like going from toward the judges. And I think that's no longer required because Christina and Anthony are doing theirs vertically.
Right.
Mark pointed it out on the world feed, but like they do their character step on the vertical, like much longer, which is like
Yeah.
interesting and creative and different. And
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
But you know, like,
So
Ashley,
everyone should just follow in Christina and Anthony's footsteps.
and go vertical.
At least in those steps.
in
Yeah.
those specific steps. But you know,
Yes.
Ashley, you know when you like first start skating and you're like, I'm gonna learn a spread eagle, and you like hold onto the wall, and
Yeah.
you put your feet into like the spread eagle position, but your nails are digging into the hard plastic
Yeah.
because your hips aren't supposed to go that direction. That's what I think
Yeah.
of every time I'm watching a senior international competition and I see an international Olympic level skater put their hand, slap it on the barrier, they bend back, they look at judge, poor unsuspecting judge, straight in the eye, and then skate
and
away.
they say, "How dare
Vote
you?"
for me.
Vote for me. Yeah, it's just yeah, like I said, the programs are choreographed.
It makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah, it does. And I'm going to say it doesn't leave for a beautiful camera angle. Done.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I think that's fair. Also, it's even more awkward at events like the French Grand Prix where the judges are on a table like above the boards. So it's not even like they're a little bit elevated. It's like you're doing it to their shoes.
Yeah, you're doing it to a banquet.
Yes.
I don't want to perform to a
Yes.
banquet. I want to
A
perform to an arena.
polyester table cover. Yeah, I think that's a fair stance to take on this.
Thank you.
Well, we have our in-house ice dance expert, not Olympic champion, Sarah Hughes,
Thoughts?
to talk about this
Prayers?
event. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think this event was scored exactly as I expected, which is fine. There's not, I feel like there's not much to say when that happens, you know? It's a little like this was the order going in and it's still the order as
Right.
we leave. So it's a little like whatever, but the Italians skated really well. Charlene and Marco skated really well, using Adam's Arrival of the Birds in their free dance, which
Not
is
a
lovely
bird.
music.
Arm in sight, which I was disappointed by.
Oh, thought you were going to say you liked that.
I liked
thrilled
that there
with
were
that.
no. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I think it's because I saw I'm partial to your program.
It's
So, like-
nostalgic for you, and you don't like things
Yeah,
the
but they
first
shouldn't
time
all
you see
be-
them.
I hate them the first time with every
And
cell in
Ashley
my
also
being.
is not really nostalgic. But
No.
I'm no, but then I actually
She's
really
more of a
am.
pork chop kind of gal.
They call me pork chop.
she's more of a Renaissance fair kind of gal,
I really,
which is nostalgia
really
of its own kind.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
true.
For,
It's
for an
true.
earlier time where we just
I
had
don't
pork
know.
chops
I just
Pork chops,
Okay.
and
turkey
guillotines.
guillotines. Oh my god. Okay, so Sarah, I think I would benefit from this, and I think maybe a handful of our listeners would as well. Can you kind of break down the current top teams in the world and explain what makes them individually special or what their strengths are? Because like I watched this Italian team, and because I don't really like this free dance so much, it's hard for me to get excited about them, but I want to know, like, why are they good?
Well, the Italian team has always, Charlene and Marco have always had really strong skating skills, really clean edges, strong foundational skating. So that's always going to carry them far. The thing in ice dance, and I'm not telling anyone anything that they don't know, but so much of it is wrapped up in like the politics of it. Like who you skate for, who the other teams are from the country that you skate for, how long you've been quote unquote waiting your turn, who your coaches are. Like there's a lot of that tied up in this. That's not to say that teams that win don't deserve to win. It's just like there's a lot of that plays into this. So take everything that I say with that grain of salt in your mind. But Charlene and Marco have really nice skating skills. And I think, I think they have some like nice big theatrical qualities, that differentiates them.
Yeah.
Like Charlene is known for the most, I always think of Charlene having basically a garage door painted on her eyes, like the blackest makeup. Do you remember that
One
last
color.
It's
season?
a stamp.
Yes.
I'm convinced that
Yeah.
she just stamps it on.
It's a marker.
But like they have like sort of like some theatrical type programs going for them.
Yeah.
They have good chemistry on the ice. Like
And they have a chinchilla.
And they have a chinchilla as
They have a
pet
pet
chinchilla.
Is a chinchilla like a little sugar glider?
That would be a sugar glider.
No, no,
That's what Gracie.
it's bigger.
Gracie
than that.
had those for a while. That's all I. That's the reason why I
It's
know
bigger
what
than
they
that.
are.
It's like
It's like a
Does
ferret.
it kind of look like a
Yeah.
rabbit?
yeah.
Well, but if you took a rabbit and you like pulled it and made it long, like a slinky.
They're long.
They're longer.
Are they?
s-
Now I'm.
Now I don't think you know what a chinchilla is either.
I don't
like, a
think any of
chinchilla
us
is like when
know, and
two
we're all
people really love
pretending
each
to
other.
know.
None of us know what a chinchilla is.
Well, they
Okay.
have one. I'm so sorry I'm breaking up your in-depth analysis, but I'm
No,
like, but they
it's
have a chinchilla.
No, this is good. They have a chinchilla, and they have Barbara Fusar-Poli at the boards doing their choreography with them every program, which I find just so delightful. And
Adam does not know what a chinchilla is, by the way.
I thought
Are
so.
you looking it up?
It
Yeah,
kinda
it
looks
looks
my
like
God,
a
it looks
little
like a
bit, a little bit
hamster.
like a rabbit slash.
Oh, it does look
Yeah.
like a rabbit. Oh, I am
Yeah.
thinking of a
a
ferret.
ferret.
Yeah, look up ferret.
No, don't. I don't want to look at pictures of rodents all night. Yeah. Okay. So,
That's family. Don't call it a rodent. It is a rodent.
and then you think of people like Maddie and Evan, right? Who like are very acrobatic. So they have these huge highlight moments. And this is not to say that they lack the great foundational skating that I just mentioned for Charlene and Marco. That's not what I'm saying. There's just like different things that you think of as the thing when you watch, right? So I think like Maddie as a performer is one of those things. I think the lifts are the other one of those things. Piper and Paul, also great foundational skaters, like very, very strong skaters. And the obvious is that they're method acting. I mean, they're just
They are
in
method acting.
They are really good storytellers. Really good storytellers.
Mm-hmm.
And so I mean it's things like that, right? I mean, we can like nitpick over skating skills to some degree on every team, and I think you know when you see the really strong skaters versus someone who is not as strong, and there are certain intangible things like countries and politics and stuff that might send a slightly weaker skater over the top in certain situations. But like the teams that are at the top in the world right now all have things that are really special about them, and they're all a little bit different, which I really like.
I like it too.
Me too.
I really like that. And when you go back and think about 2018 was sort of like the 2018 Olympics, I think of as like this golden event for ice dance, where you had, Gabby and Guillaume as sort of this like ethereal. Tanith and I used to talk about this, like where they, the two of them skated as like one being together rather than as two people interacting with each other, which is the opposite of how Tessa and Scott skated. Like they were always playing off of each other. It was all relational. It was all chemistry.
Yeah,
it
it's
was
that
like
connection.
Yeah. And like, they were big, they were theatrical, they were like, Tanith would describe them as like a blockbuster movie, right? Like a big blockbuster movie like Titanic or something that you'd go see. That is a depressing example.
Like Moulin Rouge.
Sure, but I was trying to think of like an Oscar winner, right? Like something that wins Best Picture that's this like big, bold blockbuster. And then Gabby and Guillaume were like the artsy black and white picture that wins Best Picture, and nothing.
The artist,
and both of them are are Best Picture winners, right? But they're really different, And so I think like there's always those distinctions that you can make between the teams, and then it just comes down to like executing your elements, because honestly, like by the time you get to the World Championships every year, pretty much everyone's going to get level 4s. Like they're going to get level 4s unless you mess something up. And so it's about those like intangible things that make you stand out, like the big moments and the character that you bring and the storytelling that you do and the way you can like bring in the audience. It's all these like little things that make you win in the end. I mean, except in like, in the case of Gabby and Guillaume for all those years, like they were just significantly better than everybody else too. But
That does help
I feel like
you
I'm
win.
I feel like I'm rambling. But
Well, speaking of significantly better than everyone else,
yeah.
Adam Slay him fa.
Slay him fam.
Okay.
He had a couple of signs in the audience that said that. That's the only reason why I said it.
Okay.
Let
Adam,
me take
I
the
think you
podium.
should start because you started
Adam, can
this
you speak
season.
on behalf of Adam?
Well, you started this season saying Adam
This is my favorite
Siohimfa is
skater.
my favorite skater. So I think
Yeah.
that you should tell
Take the
us
floor.
about your favorite skater who was also a member of your fantasy team this year or this
He
week.
was, and he not only delivered, he showed up. And sometimes when you make a delivery,
What's the
you have
difference
to show
between
up.
those two things?
Yeah. Because I would say delivering versus showing up. I showed up to a lot of competitions. Did I always deliver?
No, this was
Sometimes you just show up and you eat a pork chop.
and you get a
And
cramp.
say
for
I was
4
worried about
minutes.
the
I was
cramps.
worried about my cramps, and Adam did not seem worried about any cramps.
Yeah, because he didn't have the pork chop.
No, he didn't.
No.
And like, okay. Yeah, okay. Yes. Adam is my favorite skater. But because of the way he skated at Shanghai Trophy, I know that when he gets excited, he's going to do that backflip. And he didn't. And it was like, oh my God, he wants to win. Like, he feels like he's competitive. And like these jumps, every jump, like his feet weren't even crossed anymore every time he was about to land. The triple axels, which is the jump that I'm the most nervous for with him,
Yep.
they were amazing. The opening quadlets, those quadruple toe loops, I mean, it was just not a foot wrong. This was like a breakout moment, and he needed this because, when we talked last week, Sarah, you said, like, I'm worried for Adam when it comes to a world podium.
Not if he skates like that.
I mean, this is a case of like, this puts him
Yeah.
right on track to be in that mix of where you're like, yeah, he's a legit, he's making a legit case to be on a world podium. He's becoming
100%.
such a threat.
He's in the conversation. I mean, he was, but I think he's even more so now in the conversation with judges, where it's like, if he skates like that at Worlds,
And I mean, it's phenomenal
Also,
skating. There's
like
just...
I know that I don't want to over talk about somebody else right now, but between the way Kevin Amos skated at Skate America
Oh yeah,
and the way
French
that the
men.
French men that is amazing.
yeah, the
it's-
Frenchmen are.
It's amazing. And there's a
So
moment
good
in
right now.
Adam's free skate that like, it's so easy just to like not think about it and think of how hard it is what he just did. It's like he has this little step sequence and he stops and he's at a complete standstill at the far end of the arena.
And then he does his combo.
He does his combo from just a few pushes from a standstill.
insane.
And it's like,
He does that
at the
3-jump
end-
combo.
yeah, it's just, this guy is in incredible shape. And it was
it's
just,
so cool.
and not to
watch
take
him
away
skate.
from how Ilya skated as well.
No.
And I think Ilya's skate, he's more along the lines of like what you were saying earlier, Sarah, that like Haein is pacing herself. It feels like Ilya is really trying to hold back a little bit to like, I feel that he's pacing himself. And I saw the skate that he had, not perfect, still very good, very strong. He did
Yeah.
everything he needed to do to make it to the Grand Prix final.
Mhm.
Job done.
I mean, you saw him
He
in
just
the
see-
kiss
he
and cry.
seems
He
like
was
he
like,
has
I'm
a
not
plan.
worried about it.
Yeah,
he
he
didn't
just
seem
seems-
worried
Well,
about
and
it at all.
and also, I mean, pacing himself or not, he should be behind in components.
Totally.
Yeah.
He should be behind
Especially that
Adam. He
program.
should be behind Yuma. Like, that's correct. And like watching him skate after them, I was like,
It was a
yep,
stark
this is
contrast.
It's a contrast. It's a contrast.
Right.
It's not saying he's bad, but it's like he's not there yet. He's just not there yet. And I think Adam too is, he hasn't, to my knowledge, I don't think always done programs with this much technical content like
No.
jammed into it. And I will say, like, you could tell at the end of his program, like when he, like in the last 3 elements, when his body really got into it, I was like, oh, his body hasn't been completely in this. And that is like the price of adding all the big ticket jumps and putting them all in. So I think he's in that phase right now where he still has to figure out how to like give 100% earlier in the program when he has to get those jumps done. So it's great. It's great because he was so good and there's still room for it to be better.
Right. And I think that, like, it's a skate like this where, I mean, I think when you're saying, like, giving 100%, he's still giving, he's giving me enough. Obviously, this is my favorite skater. We have the same name. We are related in that sense. And that would be the only sense that we are related is namesake. But
named after you.
Yes, because I am 21 years older than he is. But he takes me there. Like he's just so I totally agree that like it's just a skate like this that's going to break him through to feel confident to be able to perform at the intensity that he does at the end all throughout. And that's what I'm so excited for.
Okay, this may sound a little sacrilege in this conversation, but Adam was not the highlight of this event to me. Yuma Kageyama was
not the highlight.
No,
Yuma
that is
Kageyama.
sacrilegious.
I got it. I understand.
I mean, he's phenomenal.
Yuma Kageyama was
is
a breath
back,
of
baby.
fresh air. A breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
None of these guys, including Adam, moves like Yuma.
Okay,
I mean,
yes.
I am
That's
just
fine.
and the soft knees on the jump landings are just unbelievable. Yuma Kageyama Costner is what I'm going to call him from now on because he's working with Carolina.
What? So in what capacity is he working with Carolina?
Well, I
as
think
coach.
she's helping coach him because he wanted to go like improve his artistic like side of his skating. She didn't do his programs. Like
So
he
is
got
he
he
going
got
to
his
her?
programs from Lori and Shay. Which, by the way, Yuma is just, I mean, dream team. He's like working with Carolina.
He's
He's
doing
getting
the right
programs
thing.
from Lori and Shay. And obviously his dad has been an amazing jump coach for him all his life. Like, oh my God. I mean, when he took the ice, and I think probably there's some function of this, like, especially in the free skate, like where after watching a lot of other men, and then he comes up before the other two, like, very good men, like the other two podium men. So he came up first kind of in the like upper echelon of this. Although I shout out to Lucas Britschke, who skated amazing as well. But when Yuma got on the ice, I was like, I felt like I was going to melt into my couch. It was so
good.
It
Buttery.
Was yes, buttery. Like,
yeah,
you
it's
could
masterful. It's like a completely different level of skating.
He opens up and you just like sink into your chair a little bit and you're like, oh hell yes,
it is.
Let's go.
I mean, incredible. He is incredible, and
he's so good
and the
and
program
fast.
That
the program is so
free skate
good.
Is crazy hard.
It's crazy. It's crazy. The footwork sequence.
The footwork is crazy.
The
footwork is like a
sequence is
highlight
insane.
of the Grand Prix so far.
Yes.
And I just want to say, and I really, really, truly feel this. He is one of the only skaters that I've ever seen match the tempo of that piece of music. Because that piece of music, it's like a runaway train, right?
Yes,
like it
totally.
starts off fast and then it just goes. And then there's a slight moment of calm where you're like, oh, okay, I'm feeling grounded again. And then he's like, no, I have the footwork sequence.
I'm not grounded.
And it feels like a Universal Studios ride where you're dealing with like G-forces because he's going that fast. It's amazing.
It was, it's giving Sway and Han, who are that's the only other Rain in Your Black Eyes program that made me feel the way that where my heart was racing with him at the end.
And
like
yet, so calm.
Yeah, but I was just but God, I can't get over how good that was. I cannot get over. Yuma Kageyama is my like
he's your Adam Siohim fan.
Olympic champion. He is my favorite men's skater. I am.
Yeah, he's so good.
I feel like I'm betraying my son Choma in saying that, but Yuma is like the refined 2.0 of Shoma. I mean, he is.
Yeah, I mean, he really is. I hope my favorite skater, Adam Siohimfa, isn't listening when I say that Yuma he's incredible.
Yuma
Yeah,
is the best skater
totally.
skating right now.
I agree.
He is,
Completely.
in terms of skating itself, he is the
Yes.
best skater. He's on par with like a Jason Brown skating skills wise.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
phenomenal.
He's pretty close.
But you know what? I feel like this leads us right into our Cup of China predictions because
Because-
Oh, wow.
we're gonna get our wish and we get to watch Shoma finally.
Yes, we do. And it's Adam versus Shoma.
And that's
I'm
basically
worried for I'm
Sweet
worried
Adam,
for Adam.
2 weeks in a row. That's tough.
I'm worried. I'm really worried. I don't want that to be the peak of the program, but like that I can't see how that program gets better. And so I just want him to be able to do that
I
again.
can't. I don't know if it'll get better this week just because I feel like he's going to be tired. But
Right.
Oh my god.
especially given like the emotional high of winning at home probably. But
Yeah.
I do think that program can get better. I do think that.
I do too, and I think it's just going to be really interesting that like now in this headspace of, you know, winning a Grand Prix, just beating somebody who was on a world podium, how will he carry that over into the next event? What is he going to look like?
Yeah.
And also, what is Shoma going to look like? I'm
Ugh,
so
I hope he
curious.
looks
I'm
good.
so curious.
I
Shoma's
hope
gonna look
he
great.
He is going to look great.
No, he's
I
going to
l-
be great.
I
Shoma's one of
cannot
my
wait.
all-time faves.
Yes.
Sarah refers to Shoma as her son, but I just want to let it be known that I was his number one fan before Sarah.
Okay, I'm gonna let me tell a story, and this is really important. The first time I ever met Shoma, there was this really
He
young
was
junior
2'5".
He was like 3'8" in skates, and I remember that he was this young junior skater, you know, good, very good. I'm like, he's good. He's very good, and I saw him backstage. And he was eating a sleeve of Oreos and a Coca-Cola. And I went, how did it go? Because I saw him eating the sleeve of Oreos. And he goes, oh, no, I'm like skating in a few minutes.
He
And
was
so-
actually with a pork chop.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, but his pork chop was a
I
sleeve
gave
of Oreos.
him the Oreos, and I was like, use this for fuel.
And
Good
I
luck.
remember watching that and was like, oh, wow, that's really intense. And then he started beating me every time we competed.
And at any point were you like, I should go get some Oreos?
No. And it's probably for my best interest that I didn't try to take that up. But ever
Also, if
since then, I
anyone-
was like, Shoma I will always be rooting for Shoma.
So Shoma and Adam are definitely the big ones in this men's event. The women's event features the return of Luna Hendricks.
Who does it feature? Because I feel like the women's event has had so many
Yeah.
women
Well,
withdrawing.
Brady Tennell withdrew from both of her events, including this
Which
one.
I'm so
I'm
sad
so
about.
bummed.
I'm
Yeah.
I
so
wanted to see her.
sad.
She looked good early this season.
yeah,
too.
she at our favorite fake event, the Shanghai Trophy, she looked really good.
She did. I was really
She
excited to
did.
see her here.
I was really excited to see a sequined dress in the
Yeah.
women's event.
Finally.
And Mai Mihara withdrew today
Yeah.
with an ankle injury. So we still have Luna. We still
Luna.
have Hana Yoshida. We still have famous dress thief Maddie Schizas.
Maddie
Mhm.
Schizas.
Oh wait, on the podcast after when I did the news when we did get clearance from the Supreme Court, I had a friend who said who listens to the podcast, and she said, "Is it really going to the Supreme Court?"
Stop it. Did you really?
And I said, "No, it's no." Did you think? But there was someone, and I feel like I should say that. This is not a case for the Supreme Court.
Amy
is
Comey
a-
Barrett was not involved in any.
No.
This is not CNN. I
No.
repeat.
This is petty crimes. And Maddie Schizas is our petty criminal.
Uh-huh. That's
And if
right.
I have my way, she'll be on my fantasy team this week.
Well, we'll see. Yeah, so Hana Yoshida is competing at this. I said that. Kim Ye Lim is here. She hasn't
Yes.
competed yet on the Grand Prix this season. So
I'm ready for
we'll have
her.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ready
so
for
that's
her.
exciting. So there's several women that I'm excited about.
I think she's gonna be in shape.
I do too, Ashley.
I
she's
think
gonna be in shape.
that the Korean team has been pitting her and Haein against each other to basically be like the strongest one will prevail, and it's been looking like Haein and Yelim has been getting pushed down, and I think this is the year where she's like, I'm not that girl. I think this is gonna be the start of like really the two of them figuring out who is the top skater. Wait, Sarah, is the Chinese skater who has that insane story about her mom here?
Yep, she is. Yeah, because they have 3 entries. They did find 3 women to compete for China at this event.
In all of China, they did find
Are they
3
from
women
China?
skater.
Yeah, well, one of them is Zhu Yi. Is that the American girl who got bullied during the Olympics for skating for China?
I think it might be.
It is, right? Beverly Zhu.
Yeah.
She originally was Beverly.
Yeah.
So she's skating here. And Chen Hongyi is skating here too. And I haven't seen her in a couple seasons. I was surprised to see her name on here. She hasn't been.
Well, they needed to fill the 3 spots.
Well, they were like, you're coming out of retirement.
Dust them off, honey. Your skates are already at the sharpener. Let's do a few ankle twirls, bend backs, and get those shoes on.
Good luck.
The pairs event will actually be interesting here because Chinese pairs are, I'm not saying that any of them are necessarily standouts, having not seen them. But Chung Peng is here with a new partner. So maybe there's something there. But I feel like this, just in general, the Chinese pairs program has always been really good. So having a field with 3 Chinese pair teams is kind of exciting to me. And obviously, Deanna Stellato is here.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
most importantly,
Deanna. But again, similar to what we were talking about with Isabeau and Ilya last week, it's a tight turnaround. She has only had 1 week off from Skate Canada. So it's a big, especially like an Asian Grand Prix, really tough on the body. So I think for them, it's just about like going out and getting their job done because they're so strong right now that.
Yeah. And they
just need to be smart.
Need to win to go to the final.
No.
So
it's just stay healthy at this point.
Yeah.
And then dance, my excitements lie in the Canadians. My other children, Marjorie and Zach, are here. I'm interested to see how they get scored against Piper and Paul, especially after seeing Nick and Laurence this week get really high scores. I think Marjorie and Zach's scores will be interesting to see.
Yeah.
And Emily Brady and Ian Somerville. I'm really excited to see them. I love them. They're so sweet. Yeah, they're like really fun to watch. And I haven't seen their programs. I never watched them when they went out to their senior B. So,
I haven't either.
But I'm excited for them.
Excited
as
nonetheless.
always. Yeah, and my favorite weirdo French team, Louisia de Mercier. Wait, no, Theo's last name is de Mercier, and Louisia's last name is Demoget. Louisia and Theo are amazing, and I'm excited to see them. And I'll just leave it at that.
All right.
I'm glad you left it at that.
Ashley, you have the first pick in the Chinese draft. Who do you want?
What an honor it is.
Not for the skaters that you pick.
We have them literally calling in.
They're literally
saying,
writing in
do
saying,
not choose me.
I can't believe that. And also,
the way that this has been going, I believe it.
I'm gonna pick Luna to start.
Okay, Adam, you're up, right?
Oh yeah, I'm going Adam Siohimfa.
I'll take Shoma.
All right. From there, I am going to go Kazuki Tomono.
I'm gonna go with Maddie Skeezas.
Oh.
Wow. I want Piper and Paul.
I want Rinka Watanabe.
Okay. I'm going to take Deanna. God, my team is good. So scared for you both.
I will take Kim Yae Lim.
I will take Sota Yamamoto.
Oh, good choice.
I'm just trying to get the single skaters out there because honestly, my pairs teams have forsaken me. And
yeah.
And we can't have that again.
No.
Okay, where I'm going to take Mikhail Shidorov.
Man, I was thinking about picking him.
Oh my god. Maybe say it instead of think it.
I couldn't say it. It wasn't my turn.
I'm so pleased with myself.
Okay, I'm quitting because Adam took my skater. Should I take a risk on a skater that hasn't really competed this season?
Hell yeah. China's taking a risk on a bunch of skaters that haven't competed in a few years.
Okay, well, I'm going to do it.
On that
Lee
note.
Si-young
Wow.
from the men. He's good.
I want...
He has flashes of brilliance. I'm hoping to
Le
get a
joie.
flash.
I want Le Joie and Le Gars.
I'm going to go with Green and Parsons.
Good choice. I'll take Hana Yoshida.
Damn it.
A Caitlin Weaver choreographed program.
A triple axel.
That's so true. The only way to do a quadruple jump in ladies is to fall on a double axel as sacrifice.
Was
That's
Annika...
Yes, they won
Okay.
Skate America.
They won Skate America.
Okay, I wasn't sure if they're the German team that won Skate America or got last place.
No. They won Skate America.
Yes, they won.
You
You're
also
safe.
picked a separate German team that got last
Yeah.
at Skate Canada.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I want Annika and her partner.
Annika and Robert. You're like her partner, as though it's hard to say, and it's Robert.
Right, and you went
I
with
couldn't
His
Annika.
name
remember.
is Robert.
I could not remember his name.
Robert.
Okay, I'm going to go with Nina Petrakina.
That's a good pick. I'm torn because the Chinese teams just like haven't been out, you know, and so it's just so hard to predict how they'll do.
Yeah.
The Federation is thinking the same thing. It's so hard to predict what they'll do.
I'm gonna take another risk.
Oh,
Oh boy.
she's so risky today.
I'm gonna go with Chung Peng and Wang Lei.
I had a
and-
feeling you were gonna do that.
I am just gonna see how this goes.
I love it. I'm very pleased with my team. I was about to
Me
pick a
too.
third lady.
My team is a little Island of Misfit Toys energy, but
But it's
this men's event feels super like a lot of these guys feel very. It could be great or it could be not.
so bad. That's
Yeah.
why I didn't.
No,
That's
this
why I
whole
didn't
event
want
feels
to
like a
pick
free-for-all.
Shoma.
China always feels like that
Oh yeah,
to me.
it's a free for all.
Complete.
That's why I'm excited.
But it's also
Yeah.
like mid-season mess.
Yes, totally. It's
Yeah.
gonna be
It's
great.
always a bad event. I feel like very rarely are people like, that was one of the most incredible events I've ever seen.
This men's event has potential. It's really just if they show up.
And by that we mean if they show up to the event.
That's what I meant. That's what I. What did I say?
You said show up, and I agree. You have to
And
show
you
up
said
to these
deliver.
competitions. You have to show up and deliver.
But it's more important to show up.
Yeah, because you can't deliver if you don't show up.
Okay, the current time in Chongqing is 13 hours ahead of Eastern time,
Mhm.
which means that the rhythm dance, which is the first thing on the schedule, will start at 2:30 a.m. overnight.
Will not
Thursday
be
into
watching
Friday.
that live.
Thursday into
Will
Friday, 2:30 a.m.
Okay.
Not.
So
Be there, be square, Sarah. 'Cause
Consider
Ashley
me
will
square.
be sleeping.
Ashley will
I
be
will be
sleeping.
square.
Adam, should we wake up in the middle of the night to watch the rhythm dance at Grand Prix China?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna call you until you wake up.
You're
Sarah,
sleeping in
it's
my
the
house.
Bercy pig.
You'll be sleeping in my house.
The flying pig.
Yes.
There's
Oh my
no
God.
one to call.
That's right. The call's coming from inside the house.
Literally.
Who are you gonna call?
Sarah.
Oh my god.
All right. Well,
All right. What an episode.
what an episode.
What a life.
I did ask everybody what they wanted us to talk about, and
Did
I
we
just
talk
kinda
about
went,
any of it?
No, but I went over a couple of requests, and we've really touched on a bunch of it. I do think we'll have to do like a housekeeping episode maybe
Yeah.
after the final.
I think so too. I'm keeping a list. Everyone, don't fret. We are reading what you're sending us. We just get caught up in our recaps and our drafting, but I'm keeping a list of the things that people send and ask, and we will talk about that stuff. We will.
yeah.
Yeah,
We're
we're
banking it
absolutely
all.
going to get to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So keep on sending them.
Keep on keeping on. We love you. Subscribe, like, comment, share. We'll see you next week.
On
Bye.
CNN.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.